Alrighty, so I've played this game hard from the very beginning. I haven't changed up on y'all. During the rounds, I've tried to share information, gain trust, and then share more information to then get more information to get the end result. We've been very successful. I feel that I have helped and pushed the names of in the last 2 rounds for the traders. I went out on a limb and voted when Jalen asked us to. We were successful. Garrett, I was talking that whole round with pushing Garrett. He was an assassin. And then I do hear my names come up. I really don't know why, other than someone heard that I was bringing up points about their game. And the only points that I brought up were early on in the game. This player was communicating with me very well. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, has to be a guy. Anyone but a guy. It's like, I get why you feel like that. I understand what happens in these games, and I'm sympathetic to it, but tell me a reason for one of the guys so we can talk game. Nothing.
I said Garrett. You're lying.
Yeah.
But
It's funny that you say it has
Sorry,
to
no, you could finish, but
has to be a guy,
I could not let that fly.
and then the
I
guy
said
we
Garrett.
picked
I'm
was
praising Garrett. Got brought up.
Didn't.
I
was
said Garrett.
expressing you my concerns I had about Tess
Jalen, you were there. When I said Garrett, I brought him up.
Yeah.
with me there.
Yes, with you
It
there.
was.
I said it to you, and that's when it started.
No,
I
it was
started
you.
that.
It was
No, it was
you
me.
by Garrett.
It was
Okay.
mine. It was mine.
Okay.
I pushed that vote.
Okay. We'll see what else you got.
You said you pushed the Garrett
We
vote?
will. I believe I did push the Garrett vote, did I not?
So
There was a group
why
of
all of a
us.
sudden
There was
am
a
I
group of
the what facts do you have to make me the assassin this round? Where did it come from? How did I go from getting 2 assassins out to now being the assassin?
Frank, I have had my eye on you. And one of the reasons I've been close to you, giving you information, wanting you, like, feeding you what we're doing in votes, and also you've been doing that for me as well. We've
Yeah,
had
we've been
communications, but
communicating.
yes, and we have. My change of behavior of not speaking to you as much is that I've been under a heat the last few votes and banishments. I have been like getting pummeled wave after wave after wave. I can't get up. Like I've been under heat. I'm sorry if I can't make the same time for you. I feel like I had to scramble. But the reasoning I have for you is that I think that, and I have said this to many people, I think that we had an unassuming one, right, Penny? I think we had like a kingpin, like someone like really smart, and like charming, charismatic. That would be Garrett. And I think there's a wild card, and I think you would be a perfect wild card for this game.
That works in the
finish?
first couple rounds.
Can I finish? And I'm happy, you know what I mean? Happy to hear you out too. I don't want to like. And I'm sorry about cutting you off with that. Just with that Garrett thing, I know I said Garrett first. That was the reason that game was brought up. I said it. But I've had my eye on you. Like I've been one of the reasons I have been staying closer to you is because I'm a little afraid of you. Like I'm afraid of your connections. I'm afraid of how intense you are at the game. And I know you're a good gamer. I know you'd be a good player. And I know like meta wise, and if you can say this is stupid, but it literally worked on the other 2 votes. Like thinking this way, that like you would be a fantastic pick. The fans would love to watch you be an assassin. They would. And also, then
Before
we have been
get on
working
to the next
closely
thing,
together.
can
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna lose if you go too deep. And so, what was your last statement?
What?
Meta-wise, that you would be...
Like, you would be a
So
great
yeah,
pick.
connections. Let's go to the connections thing. First off, if I play a game with a bunch of people that know me and know of me, and like Pete probably could pick me out of line easier than anybody. The closer I know people, the harder it would be for me to lie rather than being some unknown. This is not Survivor. It is not Big
I didn't
Brother.
say it's Survivor. I know it's true.
We-
I know it's assassin.
Well, it sounds like this round what happened was I talked to you to talk strategy and you still didn't give me a name. And
I didn't have a name. I didn't have a
no,
name.
you just said I'm okay with a girl now because an number.
I said I'd be
that
okay with-
That's nothing for me. And I told you the round before. I was
That was-
trying to help you the round before. I said
That was a response to
you
you.
got to talk and I
But that was a response to you saying that I just wanted to vote for someone with a dick, which was like a rude thing to say to me. That was
But that's
not
what
what
you
it was
said.
about. And I even said here in front of
At the
everybody
table.
that I feel like the numbers are a lot more even now. I feel more comfortable. So that was not an incongruency in me saying that to you.
At the
I said
table,
it
I was
not
trying
based
to
on-
help you as a friend that had been working closely with you and trusted
Yes.
you. There were multiple people at the table when I told you, I get what you're saying, but I don't think that should be your narrative. Don't go into the banishment and say, I'm not comfortable voting a girl.
I
You
didn't even
have
bring
to
it
have
up right
data.
now. And it wasn't what I brought into that banishment. It wasn't.
I know. Thank
So,
God.
and we got Garrett out. So with what?
I think the last thing she said that she was comfortable, it wasn't at all like trying to convince it. She herself was like, oh, now none of that is in my head anymore because it just seemed you felt more comfortable because.
Okay, so why are you throwing my name around?
Oh yeah, so I was throwing your name around.
Was it
She
notebook?
actually didn't even tell me. So that's nobody had like any new information, and so I didn't say that it was you. What I said is, if I were to look at anything, if I was an assassin, I would kill the guy with a notebook. I would
Unless you're working
absolutely.
with him in the first half of the game.
I am not the
Absolutely.
assassin.
I would
I sat on the
absolutely.
end of that table and begged her and Blake to come back together
Right.
and vote him.
Well, you asked me a question.
Hey.
Can I answer it real quick? I would kill the guy with a notebook because he has data on everything. In addition, your fun dates, your one-on-one dates every single round is a huge threat. And if I was an
Two
assassin,
assassins.
exactly. So why haven't they killed you?
Probably because I've been helping one of them nonstop. I'm confused about that too.
Well, I actually don't think you've been
No,
helping
what I think
as much
happened.
as you.
What I think happened with the notebook is I honestly think because the last 3 rounds I have been suspect of you. I've been talking to the
Okay.
close allies about that. There are people at this table that I brought your name up about saying I want to watch them. I haven't been able to take a shot at you at these tables because you've been safe a lot. I think what happened is you drafted one of my closest allies. They told you that, and now you're targeting me. That's what it feels like on my end.
Definitely not the case. I'm not an assassin, and I didn't recruit anybody.
I'm a faithful.
I
was
did.
not recruited.
Okay.
So the one-on-ones. In this game, there's been a lot of group discussions, and then sometimes 3s, 4, 5. Not many people have had one-on-one discussions. He has had a one-on-one discussion with most people, most rounds, and that is a huge threat. I am a logical guy. If I was the assassin, I would kill him. He would be my #1 target. I've had an eye on you for a while because of this, but I wasn't going to say anything. And I think the double today is a huge time. I felt comfortable bringing it up and bringing it to the forefront. I'm losing my train of thought a little bit, but in this case,
My strategy, I'll be
please.
blunt with you on my strategy because I told some people this and I was very transparent on this in the beginning of the game. I said, day 1, I'm not trying to hunt down assassins. I'm trying to get people that will communicate with me so I can get information to hunt the assassins on day 2. One of my closest allies who I have been trying to help on day 2 all of a sudden changes up and starts coming at me. Is that not odd?
Because you had said my name, and I was like, why is he doing that?
When
and then
you
you're like,
stopped
and then when we
communicating.
stopped, you said, you're not giving me anything. I've been in a pressure cooker, dude. Like, I have not played a live Traitors game before. Like, I've been in a pressure cooker. I have been come after round and targeted. I just haven't had a chance to even catch my breath. And you're like, give me a name. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
just
2
because you want
rounds
to give
go
one
by.
name, just because you.
Hours and hours
Yes,
and
but
hours.
what? So I have to have another name, and you can't give another name. Like, it could go both
I
ways.
have given you so much.
You
You had
did- you
open access to
literally
this
said-
fucking book.
for,
open access.
for clarification, when did she come for you?
She didn't come for me.
Right.
She was changing up and not
When?
communicating. The last 2 rounds. She
Because
went
I've
from.
been under fire the
she
last
went-
2 rounds. I'm acting differently
And you
here
had
because
your
I'm
back.
under
Can I
fire.
ask a
You had
question
your
real
back.
quick?
So why wouldn't you
Just
communicate?
because I think I was more information as well. There's 2 people getting votes. Who are all of you guys pitching as your 2 then?
I honestly didn't know how it was gonna work. I really only came into this thinking that I'll be voting for Frank because I think that he would be an excellent assassin.
Now you have to do a second.
I think technically you can vote for the same person twice.
No, she said no.
What?
No?
She said
Okay.
no.
Okay. Then no, we can't do that. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about another person, but one last thing. I have talked about this to many people, and many I believe did agree with me. Like on these 2, I think you voted out both of the assassins. You say that you were like really adamant about it last time, but actually when you voted, you said, it's not a quote, but it's a paraphrase.
The
You
people I
said,
built
the
trust
people
with."
I've
Yeah.
built trust with, okay, that's the quote. People I've built trust with are saying this. That doesn't mean you're coming for them.
I was
That means that
communicating with them
that
and
means
then
that the
going
people
out
you're
and telling
working
people that.
with want him out, and so you were pretty sure he was going out, so you just voted for him. It doesn't mean
I
that
was
you were
working
coming
with
for him.
people that I trusted and pitching his name. If you're saying a name in the game, you're putting yourself at risk. And
I'm
some people
very
aren't
aware
saying
of
any
that.
names until someone comes at them. Like, I'm putting myself
I
out there.
said
taking
Garrett
risks by
without
saying
anybody
names.
coming at me. I said Garrett. Like, I said that he was like someone that I had at the beginning. I felt like I was like, definitely like I could be under fire that round, but like it wasn't like definite. But I did bring up Garrett. And also, I do want to bring up another point that like there has been a trend of frantic assassins freaking out and flipping on me when they're about to go out. Like this is happening again. I have proven
Like,
time and time
assassin.
again that I am faithful.
She's talking about the two assassins.
I'm talking about Garrett. Oh, Penny didn't like flip on me, but she definitely was.
Garrett was super polite to you and didn't
I said
flip
he,
on you. He
no,
just
I didn't
stated
say.
that.
I just said he didn't say he
No,
flipped on me. I
think
said
you're
that
both
he was.
agreeing right now.
He was.
Yeah.
But he
Missing.
was trying to come for me at the round table. Were we not here when he was? We had an. I was here and I was right where he was right here, and we had a discussion yesterday. And then Garrett got voted out. We found out he was an assassin based off a hunch that I had the first day of the game.
Yeah, he had that
Okay.
talk with me,
So-
and I didn't. I was supporting you.
But there has been a trend. I have been being framed by these assassins. Then I find out this round that you were the person that said, "Oh, I'm gonna be voting Sam" early on, and that you came up with my name. And I'm just thinking, where is my name coming from?
I
Because that
did.
is the suspicious behavior, and that is the information I was given. And that made me think, oh my God, maybe he is. Maybe like he is one of the people in like the assassin's tower, whatever it is, and they plan to take out Blake and Tim. To like frame me on the next vote based off of Penny's reaction, because I was someone who admitted that I had said to Penny I wouldn't vote for her, which we cleared up yesterday and we don't have to reiterate right now, unless we want to. And then now today, what's happening? Like you're coming for me.
Why would I vote out?
And then Steven,
Blake,
someone
who
you know I was a close ally with, is gone,
Why would
murdered. It's
Why would I
targeting
vote
me.
out Blake, who I was working with? Like,
I don't-
why would I
to
assassinate
take because
him
you're smart to
frame
take
the
the
other
scent
person?
off of you.
Why would I?
And Tim,
Why would I murder?
Tim was in my pocket. He was always voting with me.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, you
I didn't
did.
know that.
Yes,
I
you
didn't
did.
know he was
I
in your
told-
pocket.
I told you that he would always vote with me. You knew this.
You work with a lot
He
of
was in
people,
a
though,
pocket.
so if you were an assassin, you would eventually have to vote out someone that
Tim was
you were
not
with.
somebody I was close.
Oh no,
with.
we're talking about
But
Blake.
I was close.
We're talking about
anyways.
Blake in this case.
Yeah, but why would I?
You're
murder?
close with at least
Can I finish
five
my
people.
thought?
You won't
please?
let me finish my thought.
I'm answering her.
Okay,
How about we just vote?
asking questions.
I'm.
Just vote it.
Why? She said that I murdered Blake to frame her. Why would? Those were two people I was working very close with early on. Why would I murder him to frame her? Why?
Oh.
Why? What? Why?
Sorry, I wasn't.
To point at me because I would have been the obvious murderer that
Why would
night.
I get
And
rid of
because I
two
wasn't the
people?
murderer, it made people think that it could be
I told you
me.
my strategy
Uh,
of the game. That doesn't line up.
Nobody's
Unrelated to this, we probably should mention a third target, so it's not just everybody voting for the only two names that are there. Does anybody have a suggestion on who they think we should vote out tonight?
So I don't have a suggestion necessarily. I do want to ask a quick question to someone. Tess. So I heard you brought my name up. Can you like explain the relevance of it?
Yeah, I told you this. I told you that I did bring your name up. And it was just, it was because the people that were named were not people that I wanted to give up. And
Who were the people that you that were named with him that you chose his name out of the others? If you care to share.
I don't.
Hold on, can you say
That
that
doesn't help me
statement
understand
one
your
more time?
like. That doesn't help
You
me
didn't want to
understand
give
your
up
answer.
his name because one, I just want to make sure I
She
understand.
gave up his name because she didn't want to vote the other names that were brought up by someone. I'll put it out there. I brought her 3 names because I wanted to see where things lie. I brought her Sam, I brought her Josh, and I brought her Chris. Tess immediately shot down Sam and immediately shot down Josh and wanted to push Chris, who I personally feel is a faithful. So
I mean, let's get it straight. I didn't push Chris. I literally just, you actually asked me, what is your reasoning on that? And I said, I literally have no reasoning other than I don't want to vote for Sam and I don't want to vote for Josh.
And that's fine.
So,
I'm just telling you because it's not a big pool, so I was just giving you, I'm just answering because I feel like a lot of people is tired of the fly at the table. I think people need to know what's being said, whether you throw me under the bus, whoever under the bus. Yes, it was me. I had the conversation with her, and I just want it on the table because I feel like a lot of people are wondering what's being said, and that's what I kind of talked to you about. People have question marks for you because you don't give them. It's okay to throw people under the bus.
I literally give everybody everything.
Okay, I want to bring it up too. Then you pulled me aside in the gate in the back porch and said, "How dare you run and tell 2 seconds after that I told you I was a healer? I said that to bait you."
First of all, I did not
You
tell you I
you
was a
said-
healer.
you
I
d-
did
listen,
not.
okay, let me
Go ahead,
finish, let me
finish,
talk.
sorry.
Out there, you told me one-on-one, I thought I was gonna die, and you said, "Oh, I'm glad you have safety. I'm proud of you. All that kind of good stuff." Then you said, I said, "Oh, well, yeah, I thought I was gonna die too." You're like, "I wouldn't be worried about that because
That's not what I said.
You said, "I have the feeling the healer's gonna heal you." So you.
That
blah,
is
blah.
literally
and
not
then,
what I
and
said.
then later
You wanna
on
know
that-
what I said?
Let me finish, and I'll let you talk all you
Go
want
ahead, I'm
because you're
sorry.
gonna dig yourself into a deeper hole. You pulled me outside in the back gate and said, "How dare you? I baited you," and you told a group of people that you told a group of people that I told you I was a healer, and I said, "What? I never told anybody that." Did I tell
Literally?
anybody that? No.
Literally?
And you said, I said, "Well, who said it?" Because I'll
You
bring up
said
the round
that, I'm about to
table.
get up.
And you said, "Oh, I can't think of it. I can't think of the name." But I had multiple people come to me. You're the only person.
That's
and so-
honest. First of all,
Then
I
who
never
said it?
came to
Who
you.
said it?
I never came to you and told you directly that I was a healer.
In our
That's
one-on-one
number
you
one.
did, and if you're telling me that, that's
and
fine.
now you're going back because 2 seconds ago when I confronted him, he said there was somebody else there. Sherry was sitting right there, and I said absolutely not. Nobody was sitting
I
there
said,
because I
Sherry was
purposely.
outside, Kyle was outside,
hang
people
on
were
a
outside all
second,
over the place.
Hang on a second, because I purposely went to you. I purposely went to you and said, "Listen, I cannot protect you if you do not protect me." Those
Because I'm the
were
healer.
that was not the words that came out of my mouth. You can
Okay.
spin it that way. You can try to
Then
tell
let's get
them
to the
that that's
fact.
what
Who
happened.
told you that I went to a group of people and said you were the healer? Who told you that? Who said it? I never said it. Who told you I said that? Who told you I said that? Who? Who? Now's the time. Did I tell anybody here that she said that? If I told a group of people, surely one person would have heard me say that, but I didn't. The fact is, Tess, I don't really know what game you're playing. You could be an assassin or the worst damn faithful I've ever seen in my life. And I tried to help you, and you are going to sink your own ship like I told you in our one-on-one before you told me you were the healer, and I did not repeat that to anybody else in this room.
Well, nobody knew. Nobody knew that I was going to you and saying anything until afterwards.
Then who told you? Who told you? Who told you? Who said it?
Okay, I don't think this gonna get anywhere.
No, and the crazy part is I'm not even voting you, Tess. That's the
I don't
crazy
think-
part.
I don't think yet. We haven't had everyone.
No, I don't think people are ready to vote, but
Yeah, no.
I don't think that situation is gonna get anywhere. So I think
I just had to bring it up while that topic was because I'm not letting
Is
that.
there other stuff that's gonna get on the
Nobody wants to say anything?
Do you want to say why you're?
Well, then I'll-
Nobody wants
that's
to
what
say
I'm
anything?
doing.
No.
That's why you need to put
I
it out
want
there.
the person who came to me to say something right now.
Tess, put them on blast because honestly,
They're not
it's
protecting you,
It's two
so
people
don't
going
protect them.
home, and
You
these
weren't
people.
protecting me.
people
No,
are-
the person that's staying silent that apparently told you is not protecting you right now. So who said it?
Because Tess, you got 2 people that's on the chopping block already, or possibly 3, that will easily put your name down just to save face for themselves, hoping that they survive by 1 vote. So maybe you need to put people on blast so that you can survive tonight. People have been thinking about voting you for rounds and rounds and rounds, but I think you have thrown some of the people that has looked out for you
Under the bus.
under the bus a little bit.
Why all of a sudden?
Who said it?
Because I was literally only suspected only because I didn't even talk to you.
Who said it? That's what everyone here wants to know. Who said it? That will clear everything up right now, Tess. Who said it?
And if not, we can move on.
And if not, we'll move on and we all know where we stand with our opinions of you. It's really
That's
simple.
fine.
There's no games, there's no lies.
Hey,
Who said it or didn't say it, that's it.
if you ever want to say it, like, feel free. But
Or
is there
don't.
any other points that we want to bring up? Any other people that people have been talking about? Like, currently we have 3 names that have been mentioned at all. Any other? It's a double vote out. We have to vote out 2 people.
I know like my life's on the line right now, but like I literally just don't feel comfortable throwing someone for no reason. Like I'm very like frazzled by everything. For me, I felt like if I went out that it will be very telling for all of you because you all see that I'm a faithful, and then these people who I've shared my reads with will know what the pecking order is for me after I go. But I don't want to reveal that because if I can possibly make it through, I don't want to get murdered for that. I think I might anyway, but like, because I just think that maybe the cycle's gonna end and I'm gonna stop being the punching bag for the assassins after this. Like whether I go out or whether I get murdered or whatever, but like, I don't see this cycle ending, unfortunately. But yeah, like, there is someone, I've talked to some of my allies, I said I have like a question mark on, but it's not in a positive or negative way, it's just a question mark. But I'm not gonna, that's who I'm gonna write down, but I'm not going to say this publicly because I don't wanna throw something at the wall that I'm not comfortable with. But I do want people to know what it is when I'm going out, so that's what I'm gonna do, and if that's too cryptic for you, then that's what it is. I don't wanna throw someone that I think could be innocent under the bus.
Yeah, she'll wait till you question her. Then she'll do it.
No, I'm defending myself and I'm calling out your sketchy behavior, Frank. That's what I did.
Yeah, I get straightforward.
It's been sketchy. Because then today when I don't give you anything, you're like, you're not giving me anything. Let's just talk later. And you like
All day.
bug out on me. All day.
So you say you've been straightforward, but I actually haven't said your name until this round. You said that you've been saying my name, but you haven't been straightforward.
I can't
You
say
haven't
your
been
name when you're
straightforward.
safe. I can't be straightforward with you when you're safe. If you weren't safe, I'd be bringing your name up.
Okay, so then don't say you're straightforward
I've
if
been
you're not
100% straightforward with her the whole game until she stopped communicating with me.
I
literally-
haven't had anything to go off. I gave my last punch yesterday, and then I have a new
It's
one
just
today
weird
because of
because
how your behavior is also
you-
different, Frank.
The people
You are
work with,
also
you end up
acting
coming
different,
for.
Frank.
I don't think, towards you, yes. Because you stopped playing the same way.
Well,
I've
you
been
haven't-
consistently doing the same thing.
You are absolutely acting different now because you're being defensive, which is fair because you're being accused.
And I'm
But
innocent, but I can't act different,
She's
right?
been accused for 3 rounds now, so of course she's acting the same different that you're
And I've been
acting.
It's a fucking witch hunt. The assassins are getting what they wanted. You guys are gonna see. You guys are gonna see. If you write my name down, you're gonna see I'm a faithful. Or when I get murdered. Whatever happens. Don't act shocked. That's all I have to say. I've had a great time playing with all of you. If I do end up going out right now, I will say that. Like, I know it's a game, but like, you know, the reason I wasn't gaming and like playing as hard the last hour is because I literally like, it is really getting to me. I'm a person too. It is really getting to me just being the, just being the punching bag. It is really getting to me. Sorry, I thought that was Frank interjecting. That's why I got a little upset.
Just so you know, if I come off like passionate.
And I like you as a person. I'm just gonna say, like, I fuck with you outside of this game. It is all
I
game.
just want to make sure you know that.
I know, but like, I'm a person too.
Always
You know what I mean? There's a reason I disappeared. Like, it's a lot. Okay, I'm a human being.
I shut down the round, did that round too.
The only thing I want to say, Sam, I don't think
I know, I'm not saying
people have been like trying to make you a punching bag. I think you just been in the sauce
Easy name?
in the sauce of things. Like you have been in the sauce of stuff. No one has demeaned your character because I personally love you
No, I don't think
wholeheartedly. I don't think
I just
people have
feel-
just been like Sam. It's not giving that. You just have been in the sauce of a lot of the drama.
She's been
And
put
who's
in the
putting
sauce.
assassins?
They're putting her in the sauce.
Are
She's
putting
not
me, they're the ones
The-
sprinkling.
She didn't insert
Okay,
anything.
if y'all want to roll back to Wade the Blake thing, y'all made Blake out to be the enemy of that whole situation. Let's be crystal clear.
Yeah,
Let's be
Wait,
crystal.
me? No,
Let's be
I'm
crystal
Yes, but I
clear.
didn't.
So we want to call spades a spade, and how y'all was talking
That
about
wasn't her, that was me.
And I was there to hash that out.
Can I point something out about that? That was also
See,
weird
once again, can't
because
finish speak.
you were.
Sorry, I'm sorry,
It
Lance.
never
Really.
fails.
I'm sorry. Did I?
It's fine. I don't even care anymore. I don't have nothing else to say for the rest of this round table.
So, you weren't vocal until you thought for sure that Blake was going home. The whole round it was loaded, Blake was going until the last minute. So that was the only time you really started being vocal at these things until you of course with
Well,
me.
yeah, because I'm not going to be vocal. I talk with people that I've worked with and discuss the facts that I have with the people they say. But yeah, I was waiting until I was pretty sure to bring up somebody, and I'm doing that again. And with Blake, I was completely wrong, and yes, I apologize. I wasn't the only one that thought the same things that I said. I said them. I'm trying to be vocal. I'm trying to actually say things when I think them, and not, yeah, like, I'm not being offensive about that. That is
Can I just
totally
ask
true.
you a question, Coach?
I love that.
It's just because you know, the notebook thing you brought up earlier, okay? He's not the only one that has a notebook. He's a little bit more diligent about it. But other people
Oh, well-
have notebooks, and
That's
his
fair.
behavior hasn't changed. Like the dates, I feel like that's been consistent, and I thought with virtually everyone. I don't
And
know.
I thought helpful. And I would think
And
the
I
only
would say
people,
some were helpful.
here's my logic on that too. So I felt that in the first round I got everyone to do a one-on-one. And I thought that might make the assassins a little uncomfortable. Round 2, I tried to stay back to see who would come to me because I figured assassins wouldn't. But your statement of the dates being scary, that should be scary for assassins because I'm
That's what I
trying to
said.
get information,
Well, no,
compare notes.
My question to
well,
you, Kyle, was
yeah.
was basically, so when did you go on the dates, and did you?
Okay. Yeah, no, okay, so I think there was like 3 or 4 quick. First, I'm
I'm just trying to understand your relationship.
No, I'm 100% would love to discuss anything you have to ask. One, I'm not aware of the other notebooks. That's why I brought that up. 2, he never has shown me his notebook, ever. I think other people have been like, oh yeah, but I've never seen it. 3, what was 3?
When
Dates.
Yeah.
I definitely went on round 1. I think everyone did. I did today, like an hour ago.
Did
and
you say to him like your notebook is sketchy and?
No, I did not because I had a feeling that I didn't share with anybody because I didn't have
You
more.
thought it.
I had a feeling that it was him. So I'm not gonna go to somebody I think could potentially be an assassin and tell him I think.
Why
it's
would
him.
I just don't understand. My movement in the game has been
Well,
pretty.
No, so when I came here, I was like, oh, I should bring a notebook and write stuff down because I love doing that. And then I was like, I feel like I'd get murdered if I do that. And that instantly, right when I saw you have a notebook, I was like, I didn't really know you. I thought you were a cool guy, but I'm like, oh god, he's gonna get murdered pretty early because he has a notebook. Did not share this with anybody until this round, but it's been 4, 5 people murdered, and you have been one of them, and you've been safe one of the rounds. But it's
Murdering
just
me because there's a notebook here doesn't remove the notebook.
oh no, it's not about removing the notebook. It's about just like having all the notes and being the person to meticulously in public. I'm sure maybe other people are doing it. Meticulously go through and note everything. Like note, and I again haven't seen the notebook. Maybe some of you guys he's shown. Maybe it's because he's suspicious of me. I'm
I've
not
seen
sure.
good players in a lot of games that allow notebooks to use them, and they.
Oh,
I don't see.
No,
them
no, no. It has
hiding.
nothing to do with I think it's wrong or you just admitted that good
Shouldn't
players use
everybody?
them.
Yeah, I would think everyone in a game like this should be getting notes.
But-
when you play Clue,
but-
don't you get notes?
Yes, but if only one person in Clue was visibly taking notes, they would be a threat. You can't like.
I've
murder-
done a good job of holding on to my notebook, but I've seen
Well,
other
I have a
people
question.
with
If you were
notebooks.
wondering about that, then why didn't you go to anyone on production and say, you know
No,
what, I don't think that's fair?
No, this has absolutely nothing to do with fairness. It's 100% fair. Nothing wrong with
Well, it
it.
doesn't sound like it's fair now. You're making
No.
the claim now you don't think it's fair that he hasn't.
No, if I said that, that is not what I feel. I just think that it makes him a threat, a game threat. It's 100%. No, I would have brought one, but I didn't want to look like a threat. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's totally fair, not against the rules.
Something I want to say
Yeah.
too.
But thank you for
The
clarifying.
one-on-ones I completely understand, and I agree that they are helpful more to you than anyone else, but they're helpful. But like, I think that it's easier, and like this is just not particularly targeted, but like I just think it's easier for people to slip up to you one-on-one, but it's gonna be hard for everyone else to catch when they weren't there when they were the one-on-one with you. You know what I mean? It also protects you in a
So
sense. That's how I
no
view it.
one's been held up to not do it, and I also talk in large groups.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying it's a
I
point.
do
I'm not
both.
saying that.
Well, yeah,
I'm saying
everyone.
it's a point that you could.
And I work with a lot of people, and I know that
Anything besides
sometimes.
those conversations, because only you two are there.
Sometimes I can have a stand-up meeting with all my associates,
It's a good
and
way to meet with an
some
assassin
people
too,
will-
without being unassuming.
some people will feel comfortable bringing things up and talking when there's
Yeah.
multiple people around. Some people aren't. So
And
I
you
like
don't-
to have.
I
an
understand
open
it,
setting
I'm just
for
saying there's
all
another
types of
side to it
personality.
that could
If-
be beneficial to an assassin.
If you're doing it for the team, you don't announce it at roundtables, and when we banish the assassins, you say it's like other people. You don't say it's like your beliefs through knowledge that you gain. You put it on other people, and if you were the assassin and you voted out Garrett, the assassin, you might want to be like hinting like, I'm sorry, it's not because I wanted you out. I just think everybody that I talked to in my one-on-ones wanted him out. And I just everything I'm saying, like
The round
even now
before
more
that-
and his responses, really make me feel like he's a traitor.
The
Like,
round before that, I had built a lot of trust that I didn't have with people through the penny vote. That's what I was expressing there. I like Garrett as a person. He was really fun to hang out with. It sucked voting him out.
I had no
But
problem
I was
voting him
committed
out
to
because
the
he was an
people
assassin.
that I've been playing the game with and sharing information with. That
Yeah.
was what that
No,
meant.
no.
I could have had a different speech. I'm
No,
sorry.
I mean, what you said there, I'm not disagreeing with. Yeah. I still stand by what I said.
Yeah, I'm just.
Any other questions? Very open book. If you have any questions with what I'm saying, like, please, I will discuss. I will say everything that I have to say. I'm not hiding anything.
I will just give like a final plea to everybody because I don't think it's looking good for me right now. But like, I'm telling them to go up there. Like, I'm gonna say that I'm faithful, that I remain faithful, and then I just don't want to see you all acting shocked because I don't think that you should be. I don't think any of you actually will be, and I think some of you are playing a really great game as assassins. Yeah, you have torn me down a lot. Like, congratulations, whoever the fuck you are. Okay? Like, congratulations. I think that I'm onto one right now, and if I'm wrong, I've said to enough people who I think the next in line is, and I hope that you guys will listen to me. Okay? I want the Faithfuls to take this game. I'm proud of the game that I've played, and I know that I haven't tripped up on anything. Like, you could ask me anything. I've just been honest, because it's easy to play it honest when you're a faithful. And that's my plea to you guys. I would hope that your vote would not go to me tonight, but I will understand if it does, kind of. But just, I would also say, take note. Get a look at his notebook if he stays on who voted for me.
Anybody else before we get to the vote? All right. So we're going to vote. You're writing down 2 names for the 2 people that you want to banish.
We will now get to the vote. And we are going to start with Lance.
How did I do that? I feel like he was like, I voted this way because at the end of the day, I've been trusting my gut with a lot of things, and sometimes it's okay to be wrong. Just based on the small pieces of information that I gained throughout the process, such as, some people seem to be a little more lively, talking to certain different other types of people, and I just think this is the vote that's best for me this round. Also, even if the first name on my board is not an assassin, this person to me hasn't brought nothing to the table for the faithfuls to get a gauge of the game. And for me at this point in the game, it's not worth having fa la la in the game. So I vote Josh and Samantha.
Alright, my vote, I think it's no surprise that I'm voting for Sam. The second vote was based off who I think Sam could have potentially drafted, and I'm sorry, Josh, I think you might.
I personally thought we were gonna do 2 votes, so this is really hard for me, but I did put Josh only because I thought you changed a little bit today, actually being more talkative, but you and I just don't seem to ever give each other, and I'm not saying it's not just you, but I just feel like you were in early and then it just dissipated, and I don't really know why. And I do understand you're quieter, I'm quieter, too, but and I was not gonna put your name until
I know you weren't.
I wasn't until right now because I didn't. There are other relationships, but I don't play this game because I know Frank from before. Hell, we didn't have a great time in our game. I was not, aligned with him, but I don't know what really happened with you guys, but if you really stopped sharing information with him and you had been, that scares me that would happen with us. And I don't know what's true, and I'm
So do you guys all remember when we decided not to throw votes that we don't discuss at the round table? Because this is a huge shock to me. I asked multiple people if they had any other names that they would bring up, Josh was not mentioned once.
I did bring
That's
up
right.
when the
Okay.
stuff about Tess,
Okay,
Chris, and Sam. So let's be
Okay.
clear.
We're gonna keep
Alright.
this on, we're
Thank
gonna
you.
keep this just on Kyle's.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I didn't hear it. It maybe was.
Because she
brought
was
up-
in the
We're
mix.
just gonna let him talk
No, that's
about
fair.
it. We're
It was
gonna-
But it's about
it
me
might-
and I'm addressing it.
It might have been brought up once, but I did. There was a lot of words said. I apologize. I'm not trying to call you out directly. I'm shocked by that. I thought there was only 3 names, and I cannot vote for Sam. So I vote. I don't think you are, and I did vote Frank. And again, this is all love. This is just a game. I put a heart by your name.
Yeah.
I have no hard feelings for you
Yeah,
at all.
I
This
think
is a round
I
table.
compartmentalize that.
And I did not want to vote for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so a little shocked by that. But the 2 I voted for, Frank, your notebook has been sketching me out since the beginning. I do agree that if I was an assassin, I would not have somebody's notebook around. It's too much trouble for them to be able to look back. And then my second vote is nothing personal, Whitney. I feel like they cast somebody who's super likable as the 3rd traitor.
Oh, that makes me feel good.
And I truly mean that. I don't think you will be voted out, and I think that would make a perfect traitor.
I think that's a compliment, thank you. I'll take it that way.
Yeah, this was a hard vote for me too. Some things were pointed out to me today, so I just took it upon myself to kind of watch myself. And I love both of these people so much, and both of them know I do. But at the end of the day, this is a game, and we're all going to have to vote everybody before it's over, because that's just how it works. At least I think it does. My first vote was for Samantha, and there were some things that people pointed out to me, and I watched, and it seemed to be true. Am I gullible? I don't know. I hope this person knows how much I care for him, and that's Josh.
Sam, I never got over the pit in my stomach. And I tried. We talked a few times and it just didn't go away. The second vote, I actually talked to all the people. I was like, I don't know. I can't write in my gut vote for that person, Josh. The only reason I changed my mind, and I was not going to vote you, the only reason I changed my mind is when we were talking and you mentioned strategy of voting off an assassin, like how assassins would think to vote off. And it just like red flagged in my mind so hard. And so for that reason, because I do believe in going with my gut, Sam and Josh.
So I also voted for Frank. And I thought that I was going with so fucking hard.
It's okay.
I didn't vote for you, okay? I also voted for Whitney. And the reason why not because you brought my name up, it was because I knew that there was a recruitment last night, or whenever last night. And I could not vote for Josh. I could not vote for Josh, and I just couldn't.
Your vote?
Yeah, I just couldn't.
I get it. I think the ones that have known me and work with me know that I'm true blue, even if it's for the betterment of the team and not myself.
This is definitely a hard vote. I think there was a lot of discussion about unclarity and about things people are saying and where they've been playing this game. And I hope I'm right, but what I do know is that regardless I will be a lot more clear moving forward with this vote. I think it'll bring a lot of like information that I don't think we can handle as a group. Having another round where there are people that we just don't know. I think we either need to know or not know. And if we prolong not knowing about somebody in the middle ground, it's going to kill us. And it might be a casualty of war. But I would rather lose battle than win the war. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sam and Josh.
This is a nonsense. Josh, I think you and I probably talked to you a few times. Tonight we've been very vocal. I think if you go from your dreams to the real life, which the sun fire. I think you make an assessment. And I think you could skip it really, really well.
Thank you.
The next vote is for Sam.
It's about a little foot in here.
I think you played a great game. And I'll give you pieces.
So I obviously come here like everybody else thinking that we're voting for two people. I'll just get right to it. Sam, I think you were a phenomenal faithful these first few rounds, and I applaud you for that. I think you're amazing, but I think you're the perfect person to recruit. So you were my first vote. My second vote, it was for Tess. And the reason why I voted for you, Tess, is because I feel as though you're just withholding a lot of information to yourself. And as a faithful, we need to pull that out of you. Like the conversation that you and Jalen had where he gave you the opportunity to spill whatever. And it was also the same conversation that you and I had privately. I kind of asked you and you chose not to tell me. I understand that we're still building our trust and that's fine. But you seem to have a lot of very valuable information that us faithfuls need to find these assassins. And I hope this is more of a wake-up call to say, like, please share it with us. Like, we gave you the opportunity to.
Well, my first vote is no surprise. It is Frank. I had asked you guys to heed my words when I leave. 'Cause I think I'm not good at math, but I think I'm going. And my next vote is for someone that I have also felt a question mark for, and I've seen a change in demeanor today, and it is Whitney. So I knew you were gonna vote for me, girl. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's a game. And I've had a great time playing with both of you. And I hope that you really listen to what I've said, because you're getting played so fucking hard right now.
So for me, I've been battling because, like I said, even in the last roundtable, I gave you an olive branch when they brought you up. But you just keep adding on to the more suspicious things in my perspective. So unfortunately, I did vote for this time, Tess. But it's just because, like, when you were asked a question, like they were asking like a name, you didn't give a name, and like I think that is sketchy. Because like, if somebody told you that, I mean, this is the perfect time to like say when they told you that, who told you that. So unfortunately, I did vote you for the first vote. The second vote is just somebody that I just feel like I haven't really had like a real good game connection with, and that's Josh.
I will drop to the floor if you're an assassin. I just want everyone to know that I will pass out.
All right.
Pass out.
So with that, Sam and Josh, you have been banished. If you'll each come up to the little circle of truth.
I will drop to the fucking floor. You better be ready to catch me.
Here, I'll get my camera on. All right. So first up, we'll go with Josh. Josh, if you will reveal your role.
I just want to say it was a pleasure playing with all of you. Whether you were on my side or not, I still love competing with you guys. I am not a faithful.
No, say healer.
I was your healer.
Oh.
And I couldn't think of a better person to go out with.
All right. Sam, if you will reveal your role.
Yeah, guys, like I said, don't act fucking shocked. I'm not gonna give you a runaround. I'm absolutely faithful. I've been a faithful this entire time. You all know it, and you all know who's next on the pecking order.
Period.
I love you, Sam.
I love you guys too. It's been a great
I know
game.
it wasn't you.
Good game.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
We vote
faithful.
for it. We vote for
One was a
it. Which is even worse than him being invisible. I didn't think I was gonna cry voting.
All right, y'all.
I know that the name Josh might have been mentioned, but I don't remember.
Just like y'all voted Whitney, obviously y'all had.
I
they
did not
well,
vote
you,
Whitney.
but they had a plan.
No,
I just don't like the room that you bring to the table about like stuff that's not discussed at a round table. To be honest,
that wasn't my rubric. People
you
talk
both
about
brought it up when you were speaking. You brought it up when you were speaking and saying like,
No, I didn't make the rubric. We did like last. We all harped on tests for voting a burden vote, and that we didn't discuss. Did we not? We did. Yeah, and I also don't fully agree with them voting Whitney. To be fair,
It's the same thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just
I
told.
understand having suspicions, but
No,
I feel like if
I wish it would've been
everyone
brought up.
compared notes on me, it'd be just the same.
and that's what I said.
I think Josh
I at
was
least
right,
brought
yes.
up Josh.
Yeah.
Whitney's name was not brought up at this round table at all.
I'm fully agreeing with
Okay.
that as well. I would not have done that. There was a lot happening around too. I don't remember people being like, so Josh, this is why I thought it was mentioned in the list, but I wasn't trying to like personally talk about it. Just
I mean, it's fine.
yeah, it's
I'm
because we
to
just
the table.
because Tess was very emotional about it last round. You guys all called her out for it for so long. I'm laughing because it's kind of funny. I'm having a really good time. No, I really am.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
Please, because I am. All right.